the Playmakers Podcast. If you haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button. Hit that like if you enjoy the content. Alright, so let's go ahead and load it. Today we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to beat the most feared Funhouse Escape Riddle Solo Day 14. So the 14th Riddle, guys. This is going to make us 14 for 14 for the Madden 19 Ultimate Team Riddles, guys. So let's go ahead and load that bad boy. Alright, so just bear with us when while we load and we go through the loading screen. I want to give a special shout out to one of the channel subscribers. His name's starts with an N. Don't know exactly how to say his name, but he did kind of break down how some of these riddles are going. I have been using some troubleshooting methods, and I just want to give a special shout out to him because he kind of explained exactly how this Riddle 14 is going to go down, which saved me a lot of time. It's probably going to save you guys a lot of time. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Is everybody out there excited to watch Thursday Night Football? Tonight we got the San Francisco 49ers going at the Oakland Raiders. Should be a good game. The backup quarterback for San Fran has a hurt wrist, so I'm not sure if he's going to play right now, which makes things interesting for DraftKings. I don't know if you guys mess with DraftKings at all as far as betting and stuff like that, but it makes things kind of interesting because you got Mullins, who's going to be the third string, who might be the starting quarterback for San Fran. So you're going to get that guy at a cheaper value if you do play DraftKings. But either way, I mean, I think it's going to be a fun matchup. I have a couple players. I have on my fantasy team, I have Matt Breida, who's been the guy's like Wolverine at this point. He gets hurt and comes back. He has like injuries that most people wouldn't come back from, but he's got some sort of regeneration type skill set, which is kind of cool. I mean, sometimes he goes out there and he gives me the right amount of points. Sometimes he doesn't. The only thing I really wish is that they would use him more as a pass catcher. That would really boost his fantasy points for me. The other guy I picked up, which I think is kind of cool, is I picked him up about 2 weeks ago. I dropped Ronald Jones and I picked up Doug Martin. I personally like to call him Fun Doug because everybody was kind of down on him, but I did a little analytics on how he was running this year, broke down exactly how he did that, and I thought it was pretty cool. He was able to get through those holes still. He's not the same Doug Martin from a couple years ago when he went to the Pro Bowl, but he's getting the volume, and that's something that's huge when it comes to fantasy football. And then, you also have Jalen Richard, which he's eating, so that's another good DraftKings person to think about. But other than that, yeah, I mean, those guys are. And then I don't know about the two quarterbacks, honestly. Like if you think about Derek Carr could either have a really amazing game or he's going to have a so-so game, because if San Fran doesn't have their second string quarterback Beathard starting, then they're going to use their third string, and if the Raiders get to a quick lead, then they're most likely going to use Doug Martin to run out that clock, which helps me because, like I said, I have Doug Martin. Either way, I'm excited. This should be a fun enough game. Let's get straight into it, boys. I just wanted to give you guys a little update on what's going on in actual football. I'm assuming majority of you guys out there, watch football and whatnot, just based off of the demographic and the numbers that I'm getting back from YouTube. Just my 2 cents on it. But okay, going back to this right here, if you look at it, use the letters established in the previous challenge to figure out what to do. So in the previous challenges, and this is where I was talking about that one user, one of the members from our subscribership. You're gonna add all these numbers together, and you're gonna get 53. And more or less, the goal for this challenge is to fumble. So let's get straight into it. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. You're going to see it's fourth quarter already. You only have 3 seconds on the clock. I recommend maybe you tap L1 or LB, depending on L1 on the PlayStation 4, LB on the Xbox, and that should pitch the ball. But either way, what you want to do is lose the ball. So I'm going to snap it, and I'm going to try to tap it because it's harder than it looks. See, I don't know why, but you don't always get a pitch of the ball, depending. So because I didn't get the fumble, it's going to be a fail, guys. Let's go ahead and restart that. Either way, the goal is to fumble. Bottom line, guys, alright? So all you have to do is fumble the ball to win.
And the offense needs a conversion here. 4th down.
So this time around, instead of sitting there, I'm gonna move around a little bit, which is gonna cause them to. All right, I'm gonna call a running play, which will be easier because you can see he's taking that stance where he still wants to throw the ball down range, and it's not really helping my cause at this moment. So let's go ahead and call a single back. We'll use a halfback dive. Hopefully we'll get it done right here. I do apologize for the video being a little bit longer than most, but I wanted to give you guys some little tidbits since there is a upcoming game.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Too bad. Can't win them all.
I'm having a hard time fumbling, guys, but like I said, the only thing you have to do is fumble the ball. I think my guys' overall is a little bit too beastly where I'm gonna run into that issue, honestly.
Here we go with Williams. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
But either way, you know, if you guys want to go ahead and just try to fumble the best you can. My Michael Vick's level 92, depending on who I'm going up against, he's a little bit stronger than that. The guy doesn't necessarily fumble to like some guy like rated at 77, you know, that's the unfortunate thing here.
Flush to his right.
Man.
It is incomplete. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but
as you can see, fumbling is a little bit harder than what I thought it was going to be, especially depending on how your overall, I guess. If you got some weaker players, fumbling is not going to be it's going to be a little bit of a pinch, you know.
4th down, Vick. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away.
Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. I'm gonna start doing. I want to start discussing more videos about things of fantasy football relevancy. I want to start doing, you know, different parts of this channel as we grow our subscribers back to 100,000. I want to cover fantasy football while that's going. I might look into the NBA fantasy stuff as well. I'm a big NBA fan as well. At the moment, the only reason why I'm not talking about it is because I'm not necessarily participating in any leagues over there.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the
There you go.
loose.
Got it.
Who's got it?
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to keep moving forward, guys. As you see that my momentum as I was running with my halfback, my running back, is as soon as I was going forward, I was able to press L1 or LB on the Xbox to pitch the ball backwards, and that was the thing that I was kind of messing up. Solve the riddle. We went ahead and did that. As always, guys, lastly, I want to thank our viewership as we continue to take this journey while we're growing the channel back to 100,000 subscribers. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button and subscribe. I'm out.